I do wish that we'd treated stablecoin providers with the same seriousness that we treat banks. I think the Genius Act basically took us back to the regulatory state that we had in the 19th century. Regulation at the state level, the individual states, and no mandatory deposit insurance. Now, you can argue that's not a deposit, but man, in a crisis, people hold what they think is a dollar and they demand the government make them whole. And so I worry that there's going to be a race to the bottom for stablecoin regulation. It looks like Wyoming is taking it seriously, but we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what states are going to do. And we don't know that states are going to, be that aggressively poking into the balance sheets of the stablecoin providers. And a lot of the stablecoins are offshore. So I feel like one of the things that we're doing with stablecoins is that we're taking something that is, I'm sorry, a bank, and we're saying, no, you're a special bank. I feel like a lot of bank regulation is a new entity going, we're not a bank, we're a schmank, so you can't regulate us like a bank. And then it blows up and everybody's like, oh, it was a bank the whole time, right? And then they get regulated like a bank. I think we're starting that process with stablecoins. I think we're going to have a moment when the light touch regulation that we have now with stablecoins under the Genius Act and sort of offshore, almost not at all, they're going to blow up. And then people are going to say, but I was holding this thing and I was told it was a dollar. And then somebody in the United States, likely the Fed, with a combination of backing by Congress, is going to be on the hook for figuring out how do we buy all these assets and make everybody whole? The same way that we had to do in 1932, the same way we had to do in 2008. And I think that's coming. And so I worry that by pretending that a stablecoin is something profoundly different, we reintroduce all of the problems that we have identified through several iterations of crisis and regulatory response.